What's up, everybody? We live again on Wednesday. What's up, Rhett?
What's happening? Just drinking Mountain Dew and eating cheese puffs, right?
Drinking Mountain Dew and eating cheese puffs. That sounds like a good day.
Keeping it real.
Yep. We got it tuned in. You did some racing this past weekend. Went to Orangeburg, I see. How'd that turn out for you, brother?
I tried to do a little racing and I got to watch some good racing.
You went to race and got to watch some.
That's right. Made about a half a pass. Made a full pass, but about a half effort.
There you go. That's part of working the kinks out. I was in Tennessee at graduation. I didn't get to make that race, but I heard the 8 tried to make it Friday, they said, but they had some technical issues. Didn't make. I don't think they made a full pass. I think they had something wrong with the chips, some new stuff we tried out. So, but it looked like they had a good crowd.
Yeah, there was a good crowd there. Decent crowd of trucks and a lot of good people.
I saw some trucks I ain't never seen before.
Yeah, I saw you eyeing that Toyota.
Yeah, I seen some people. Had people sending me pictures, asking me, "Who's that Toyota?" I said, man, that's the first time I've ever seen that truck. Good looking truck though.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. Like they had a pretty good truck count. Did some winning. Some fellows did some winning that usually win.
Oh yeah, there's a Chevrolet that's been on a roll pretty good lately. That won again, and then them Fords have beating on us pretty good this season, I believe.
I ain't lying. Them Fords is taking names. We got one Chevrolet man's holding his own. The rest of us is kind of lagging behind there.
Tell me about it, man. Come on. Actually, 2 Chevrolets. We'll take that back. There's a S10 and a full size that have been
Yeah, they holding their own against all these Fords. I agree. We got but yeah, I seen like the Hares won about everything, didn't they? And I think every class, one of their trucks, I reckon, or one of their clan, except the small tire, small block, whichever you call it.
Yeah, I believe they won B and C class, I believe.
That's pretty good. Team sport, man. Had some good, like some fast places. Ain't nobody. I see a turnover one truck, maybe one good looking square body got turnover.
Man, Wayne Taylor's old truck, right? I was about to race out with it, and he went into that turn, and he saved it one time, and I was like, oh, he saved it. And then he kept going for it, and it was over.
You gotta, hey, that's how it works, man. I had a bunch of fast ones. I seen tear up some stuff. I seen some busted tires and rims. Had people calling me in Tennessee looking for rims. Man, I ain't got no dang on no extra rims laying around. 5 hours from here.
Yeah, trying to get some rims. It was that big pit, I guess they call it, was kind of rough. They couldn't really get in it to level it. They thought it was going to be really boggy, but man, everybody was pretty much blasting through it.
It was a good thing, man. They wasn't too boggy, were they?
By the end of Big Tire, you could tell who had a motor and who didn't. If you watch those videos I posted, some of those guys would get to the end and they'd creep out the hole, and others would just blast right through it. I think that's just sheer power. You know?
Yeah, that's that power. They run I think the old S10 won the consistency class again, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night. Did you get to see any beta car racing, or you didn't make it Friday night?
I didn't make it Friday night.
Oh, that was good. They said it was nice.
Facebook Live. It looked like it was a pretty good time.
That's a good deal. Well, I'm glad y'all went and joined and conquered Chevrolets, but we got a special guest tonight. One of the top Chevrolets, I guess say local racer, back at it. He's been holding his own this year. He done won some straight line, some horseshoe. He's been doing it all. And we'll get Mr. Owen Harbeson on here and get him to chat up so we can get some of them tips out of him. What's up, Owen? What's going on, buddy?
What's going on?
I'd say feel like you've been winning here lately, been on a good tear here.
Yeah,
and a little bit of everything.
Trying to hold our own for the Chevrolets.
There you go. The old full body step side truck. Been running pretty good here lately. Straight line, horseshoe. Y'all been tearing them up, man.
A little bit of everything.
That's what
you about got a 3 for 3 here going on, I believe, with first place wins here.
Yeah, lately. I added up earlier. Doing a lot better than we have in the past. So new truck's working.
Good. I like it. It runs good. Chevrolet too. Somebody's got to hold it. Me and Rhett can't keep them together long enough, looks like. So Chevrolet pair powered.
At least somebody from Branchville is putting it to them, huh?
Yep. That boy, Owen comes from a legend. His dad is a local legend in the mud racing world, man. What's Pops up to, man? He ain't hanging around today?
Hell, he's in the shop frying chicken last time I was out there.
Frying chicken, huh?
Frying chicken.
Mama got him cooking supper. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I just cook too, so don't feel bad. That's good.
Usually when it comes to frying or doing something, it's him. Inside food,
Yeah.
Mama. I don't know if I trust Daddy to cook a casserole or anything like that, but
if it's on the grill or the deep fryer, he's got it, huh?
Oh yeah, he can handle that.
Yeah, good deal, man. But I mean, tell us a little bit about your truck, man. That's a small block powered rig too, man. It runs real good.
Small block. It's a lot smaller than most people think it is. It's the old heavy full size truck, man. It ain't what people think it is.
It's real small. That ain't nothing but a 355, right?
I wish it was that big. That's one thing about it. That's one of them home built motors right there, ain't it? That's one of them you and Pops building the shop.
It went to somebody to get all the machine work done. He put it together for us, but I mean, that engine was originally built in, I want to say 98 by Gene Fulton. And up until 2 years ago, everything between 98 and then had been done by us, but it needed a little bit of machine work done, so we took it to the fella and topped it off after we sold the green truck and wanted to build a new one. And he went through it and built it for us. Real good engine builder. I arguably say one of the best small block Chevrolet engine builders in the state.
Yeah, it tells, man. It runs jam up.
Yes, it sounds good. Looks good power.
It's still a real small block. It ain't
400 plus cubic inches.
A lot bigger than what it is. I'll have to say that.
Mm-hmm.
It makes power, man. Look, I mean, it's killing it.
I'll give it to him. He can build a good small block, and it gets that heavy full size truck down through there. But I mean, it ain't nothing special. It ain't no high dollar engine. It's anybody can build one.
Yeah, all of them's high dollar nowadays, man. But
yeah, it shocked me when we were building a new truck. I'll say that much.
So you like the full size, man? You don't miss the mini truck driving?
Man, y'all might agree, y'all might disagree, but them small mini trucks like that, you get beat to pieces in a rough pit. It's hard to keep them all four on the ground. It's a certain point to where you get the right amount of weight, or too light, or too heavy, and we're trying to find that fine line. But that old S10, man, you get it in a good rough horseshoe, it just you're along for the ride. You just had to hold on and go where it wanted to aim.
Yeah.
But we wanted to build another truck with a little bit longer wheelbase that still met rules and a little bit wider to take turns better. And so far, it's working in my favor.
Yeah, it's working good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see it doing everything, man. You've been doing a little bit of flat track, like BT said, horseshoe, straight mother hole. Because some people shy away from one thing or another, but man, I have fun doing it all because there's a lot to this sport.
I love it all. There's some I like more than others, but I'm not scared to run it on any track, any day. And that's why we went the path we did with the new truck. I mean, we tried to build it best of both worlds.
Yeah. This is what, the second year running that truck? A year and a half, maybe?
Yeah, probably about a year and a half. We missed the first half of last season, and then seems like every pass we found out a problem, and finally got it now where we can go to a race and not knock a power steering belt off, or knock a transfer case out of it, or sling drive shafts out of it.
Yeah, man, got to work them kinks out of it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The bugs are kind of out right now. Last year, there always new trucks or new engines or power combos. There's always bugs, and y'all got to figure it out right now.
Yeah, knock on wood. I hope it stays that way. I'm kind of getting used to it now, so it'll probably happen soon.
There you go. Pops don't never get the urge to get back in it and make some passes for you, Bo?
He's talked about it a few times, but the way this truck's set up, we'd have to change a good bit of stuff for him to drive comfortably like he would like to. Because the seat's kind of made from me in this truck, and the harnesses and the way I got the steering wheel set is in my lap. That way I can really get up on it and got to stretch my arms out and all that. So I ain't saying he couldn't fit in it, but after probably a good weekend, he'd probably be ready to get back out of it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We could have like a Legends race one time. Put an age limit on it. What do you think about that, BT?
The old school Legends race. That'd be a pretty good shootout race, man. A Legends race. That'd be.
I'd agree. I'd love to see that.
Vintage for these older fellers.
There you go. That might be a good idea there, Rick. Running off something. Something. I don't know, man.
Hey, we always try to cater to the young guns, so let's try to put something together for that. That'd be fun.
Old farts in the class, eh?
There you go. DOT tire. Go. You know.
You probably get someone to buy into that. It'd be pretty interesting. It'd be fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, mess around and me and you be qualified for that age limit.
Johnny Martin's old farts race.
There you go. Put an age limit on it.
You gotta have gray.
Hey, I'm in that one.
BT race.
Ain't no joke. Ain't no joke.
Y'all gonna take it back like no place against.
Yeah. All the old fellas, you one of the younger versions of the racing world, I guess you can say. You and Riggs about the same age, ain't you?
Yeah, he's a few years younger.
Okay. See, I thought y'all was right around the same age.
I think Riggs was 2 grades under me in school.
Okay, I got you. That's one of your Chuck's comments that he qualified for that race. But I don't know if people don't know, but that was y'all's old truck, the last 10 there.
Yeah.
They
doing real good with too.
Imagine that. Now,
yeah,
we were just talking a little bit about 2 Chevrolets on a roll.
And originally come out the same shop. How about that?
Look at that.
Yeah, I see. People, and a lot of people don't know. I got my first official mud truck I bought from Owen's daddy, and that was probably Owen might have been in diapers when I bought that thing.
Man, I was little. I barely remember it.
That was a long time ago.
It was. I can remember in the yard, and that blue truck you used to have, and bought that truck right there in the front yard.
Yep, that was a long time ago. And then I raced it, and checking him build it and race it. Then Rick got his hands on to it, see? And he tore it to pieces.
First truck I ever rode in the mud run.
Yep. Back then, it had a V6 in it. Good running truck.
Yeah. And the one pass we made in that truck with the V6, we got protested.
Yep. It was quick for a V6, for sure. No doubt. What were you saying, Rick?
How many races you reckon that truck's won in its lifetime?
It done made a bunch of races.
Shoot!
I was looking right before we got on here. I was looking at the trophies Daddy's got up there in the shop. The earliest one I can find was 94.
Yeah.
And that would have been in that truck before we got the other truck.
Yeah, that
cheese buff.
Yeah, that truck that made some wins, some passes, parades. It done been all around the world.
I'm telling you, been on TV.
Shoot. Yeah, now it's in the scrap yard somewhere when Rick got a hold to it.
Patrick's got it now, I think.
Yeah, it's in the scrap yard, the graveyard. You got to retire them sometime, man. You know what I mean?
Sometimes they retire themselves.
Yeah. Where did the Jeep get off to now?
What'd you think about the track, Owen? What'd you think about the layout and the kind of change of layout? And
I was all for going through the mud, and when they started talking about that in the drivers' meeting, I asked Riggs. I was like, well, what do you think about it? We can run whatever they want to run. We're here. We ain't gonna put it back on the trailer no matter what we decide. After looking at it, I believe most of the 35 trucks would have made it through that hole, but it was all in good fun. I mean, I still had fun doing it.
I believe you've ever run a flat track to flat track horseshoe, right? I mean, it was kind of cool to see some y'all guys that can dirt track it a little bit better. I'm gonna take myself out of that category because I'm learning right now again. But Riggs and you and some of them fellas, y'all were sliding around them turns pretty good. And especially that first turn. You took me and your daddy were like, oh.
So what y'all run flat track the first 35-inch class, or y'all didn't run the mud?
Yeah, they went flat to mud.
Okay, I got you.
We cut out the what I would call the grandstand side where the bleachers are.
Yeah.
Because they were worried the 35 wasn't getting through it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They got the bulldozer kind of bogged down in it, and they were thinking it was going to be bad. But
I still think that
would have gone right through it, Owen, because I went through it halfway around. So you would have blasted right through it, no problem.
I believe most of us would have made. I believe the first round would have probably been pretty rough. That second round, I believe nobody would have had a problem because after the 38-inch tire class trucks blew that hole out, it was basically just like the upper pit.
Yep.
Yeah. I still think the 35 class got the baddest trucks in it around, my opinion. But I don't think that tire size with the trucks nowadays don't make that much of a difference.
No, I don't believe so.
I don't think so either, unless they've got the real power to turn them.
Yeah, unless you got 1,400 horsepower now. Come on.
That's what.
So I guess you kind of.
It was good watching. It was fun. I like that GPS on that camera, man. I'm gonna have to start sticking that thing in all y'all's rides.
I meant to ask you how you got that. I like that V camera. I got a regular GoPro, but I don't think mine will do that.
What one is it?
I don't know, a 3 or 4 or something. I don't know.
I had a 3, and this one's like a 13.
Oh shit!
But we'll stick it in your thing too, because man, I bet you're doing 65 on the flat track. You got to be.
Tires, yeah. I mean, ain't no telling. They're pretty quick. It's probably ain't as fast as you think it is.
It said I was doing 45 VT, and I wasn't even in it.
Pretty good.
I was wondering which camera that was. I like to have one of them myself.
Yeah. What you got a program to track layout in it, or it does that itself?
It does it itself. It's pretty cool. It'll tell you elevation and all kinds of stuff.
I bought a draggy like a bunch of the street racers use. That way, if I'm testing a field somewhere, it'll break it down for you 0 to 60 mile an hour, 0 to 60 foot, however far you can set your own distances in it, and it'll tell you basically what time you're at, just like that camera will. But compared, then I thought it was the best way to go because most of them fellas that street race or no prep race on YouTube, they claim it's very close on time. So I bought one just to try.
Yeah. How much do them things run?
It's really not that expensive. I want to say I paid less than $250 for it.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad at all. Shoot.
All it does is it comes with 2 little metal tabs, and it's got double-sided tape on it. You stick it somewhere, and then the little draggy itself's got magnets on it that sticks to it.
That's pretty neat there.
I bought it simply for building a new truck. I wanted to be able to test, see how change stuff up, see what made it faster.
Yep.
Yeah. I always forget my GoPro. That's dead or something. I always gonna put it in and I forget the son of a gun. I forget to turn it on.
That's what I always do. I forget to turn it on, or I leave it on and I never make it record. Or the new ones though, you can work it off your phone, so your crew member can turn it on and off for you. That's pretty cool.
That's what I need. Chandler said race trucks get trailered to the pits. Hell, they pull all of them to the pit, don't they?
No, I didn't go to Curtis's and get no gas, so I had 3/4 of a tank of gas, and I pulled my truck down to the pits.
Okay. Oh God Almighty! That's about like towing it. I got you. I
had enough gas. They're like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I only got like 4 gallons of gas. I'll be lucky if I can make 2, but I only made 1." So
see, you was there though, man.
Yeah, I was trying.
Chandler be getting him something ready to race in for too long. He been out of whack there for a while. He ain't racing, is he?
Lane said he better be careful. Better not kill himself.
Yeah, he got that.
I already fast coming.
Oh boy, I saw some sneak peeks of. I kind of snuck somewhere and saw something one time. So I don't know. It looks good. We'll see. They swore me to secrecy. You know how that goes.
Must be a truck because he think he wants to go fast.
I just know whatever Chandler's building, I'm sure he's going to drive it the same way he drove everything.
Yeah.
So he'll be a top contender.
He's going to drive it. I know
Hopefully.
they've been over here looking at. I had to lock the shop up, man. They be over here looking under stuff and crawling under stuff. Him and Blaine, man, y'all got to pay for that stuff, man. What the hell's wrong with y'all?
I told him, I done told all of them, and I'll tell y'all the same thing. I'm willing to help anybody. I ain't got no secrets. There ain't nothing you can't figure out on your own. I got.
Chandler's, he's a hired
We built
gun.
the
I
new
seen him
truck.
barefoot.
I sat down and watched and watched and watched, which the only thing that really compares to what we do is no prep drag racing. So you kind of got to set suspension up like they do, and that's the only way I could figure it out.
Yeah, that suspension's a big game, a hell of a lot.
It really is. I didn't believe it until we built this truck, and being able to drive and not get beat to pieces is a whole different ball game.
Oh yeah. Yep. Chandler says he's building a house. He ain't racing. He's building a house. Got them priorities in line. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He did tell me that.
That's good. I know they're building one over there in Earhart. I believe they got some property over there or something. Yeah. Owen, so you starting to cater like the horseshoe again some more, or you kind of still like your straight line racing, man?
Well, see, when we had the S10, everybody wanted to run horseshoes, so we built a track 4 horseshoes, and now it's kind of everywhere. You might go one weekend run a flat track, one weekend run a straight line ball, one weekend horseshoe paper clip. So we kind of built a truck that would do everything good, but not set up to be perfect at anything.
Yeah.
And knock on wood, so far there's still some things I want to change, but I'm scared to make the changes and then mess everything up. So I don't really want to change too much the way it's going right now.
I mean, you winning, man, so I wouldn't change much of nothing. Change all, maybe.
Yeah. I was scared about. I wanted to put the big tires on to run. Well, I wanted to put the big tires on to run Grover the last time we raced. I wanted to put the big tires back on the front to run Orange this past weekend. And me and Riggs were talking about it. I rode over there one night, and I was like, I'm thinking about putting the big tires back on the front. He said, you might need to, because there's much water in them pits. I said, well, it's doing so good, I'm scared to change anything and ruin all of it.
Yep.
I'll tell you my thoughts on them big front tires versus them little front tires. I used to be a fan of the big front tires.
Yeah.
If you can get on the back tires, that sucker don't need front tires. That's how I feel now.
That's kind of what I told Rick. I said, as long as somebody will give me 15 foot of good start line, after that, I'm fine with it. But if we're in the bog hole at the starting line, I'm done from the start.
Oh, yeah. Once that hog head's on there, starting that hell, it sucks.
Yeah.
Don't make a damn what you got. I think that'll be next race will be Patrick.
Most tracks we run at's got a good start line.
Yeah. I think next one up is maybe a Twitties.
Yep,
yeah,
June
14th.
And then Palmetto.
That's gonna be a mud hole, I guarantee you. Which his holes ain't really been that bad lately.
Hopefully it'll have a little bit more body to it than it's had.
Yeah.
They keep stirring it till there's nothing left. You can only stir a pit so much.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can work it till it's milk. And hopefully they won't do that.
It ought to be good to go. It ought to be a good race. Is that a Ronald McDonald race or?
Oh, I was talking about Patrick's. Twitties.
Oh, Patrick's.
Twitties. Just a regular Twitties season opener, I believe.
Yeah.
That'll be
Patrick's. I mean, Palmetto, you don't never know what you're gonna get. It might be great and hard and fast. Next day might be a bog hole. Might leave the water running.
Keep the excavator out of it, right?
Yeah. Ain't been too bad here lately. Every time I go to run, my truck's tore up. So
a couple times it's been. I will say they got all the humps out of it. You come out the finish line now, it's smooth, but I'm like Red. It's about the consistency of a milkshake. It ain't no You used to go to it'd be peanut butter. You didn't know who was going to make it through the pit. Now you go and it's stirred up so much it's about like a milkshake.
Yeah, it's been having like a hard bottom, and you just can't see.
Super, yeah.
The trucks go in there and spin up 70 and get a hold of.
You can't follow ruts because by the time the back tire hits it, the ruts are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it just falls back in on top of itself.
At least they did get the hump out the other end. That's a plus.
That's a big plus.
So
I believe the hump's harder to get out than the wetness, right? Just don't fill the water as much, right? Be good to go. That's always a fun race at night, man. I like that a lot at night. That atmosphere, old school. That's old school mud racing at night under the light.
Yep. And he's always got a crowd, so you always got the fans cheering and hollering, hooping. But I always liked it when he let us come back down side the pit.
Yep.
Oh, that was fun because you had all the fans there and all. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I got to give it to Gavin and Patrick. They pull a crowd.
Yeah.
And they aren't scared to try anything new or listen to the drivers on what they would like to do. They're just there. I mean,
that's right.
Whatever they think's best for the sport, they're willing to try.
Yep. I think they might run a little flat track next race too.
You go.
So, I don't know.
That's the point. Kevin was talking to me about that at Branchville.
What'd you say, Owen?
Gavin was talking to me about that at Branchville. I asked him about that. He said they're trying to work out some kinks on the flat track, which that any new track you got problems with, I understand.
Yeah.
Which what he said makes sense. Most people are fans, drivers, anything. Some people like flat track, some people like mud run. They're going to try, which with this year, so many races, I think he was explaining to me, they're going to try to set up on different days.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, as many people and trucks that usually come to their races, if you run flat track and mud hole in one day, you probably be there until really early hours in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like you were saying, there's so many races this year, you can't really set up 2 races for one track.
No, it's aggravating. It's a lot.
It is.
Moving too. And they like us, they got to move everything and move over from one track, and that's aggravating too. He said he was going to do some little flat track racing. He said something about like some Friday nights or something, some grudges racing and stuff like that.
That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see somewhere doing some Friday night stuff. We can do some grudge racing and get a little list or something going where we can travel and race some of these out of town fellers. Take a trip,
Chad wants to know how small of a tire do most of run on the front in a mud pit. Well, I used to run 35s and a half. Now I run like a 34, maybe.
I think we all run 34s. The 3 of us.
I'm a little bit smaller.
Smaller than 34?
Mine's a 31 or a 32, I think.
Dang.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think mine's a 34.
30. I want to say it's a 32 950.
Okay. No wonder that thing wrong. Those lightweight tires.
You ever go through the mud like that, all right? You're straight to the bottom. If for dang sure can't turn with little tires like that.
I had to fill them full of helium. That's the only way I could get them to stay on top.
I still like my 35 and a halves in a mud hole, man, which I hadn't run it with him. Don's, he's got 31s on his. Man, some little things. I mean, that probably work out good, but like you say, if you're getting a deep mud hole at the starting line, you go catch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was worried about. The 34 950s is like pizza cutters.
Yep.
Somehow it hits the back tire and goes. I don't know.
I was nervous about when we started, but so far I'm doing well. So I'm scared to change back.
Yeah, me too. I kind of think the same way. But we got to run. We got to work on it. Be racing. I'm ready to go racing, man. I'm ready to sit in that thing and turn loose. I don't know when the next race I'll be. It might be Patrick's before I get to go. So I think I'll be out of town again for Twitties.
Where are you headed?
Vacation, man. That's Father's Day weekend.
Did
I
you
think it's 15th.
eat at the Starliner Grill in Pigeon Forge?
No, I ate at Big Daddy's Pizza, and I think that's about it.
How was that? Daddy's
It was
Pizza.
pretty good, man. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I saw a bunch of good-looking Ford trucks, man. I almost become a Ford fan. It was that F100 Grand National event or whatever. Man, they had some pretty rides.
You were close.
It was close. I tell you what I did. We went to Pigeon Forge. That was Saturday. We stayed in Moorestown or whatever Friday. But Saturday we went to Pigeon Forge. And I said, well, we can go to this Grand National thing because we had to meet Walker later to eat. And I said, we can just go to this Grand National Ford thing and walk around and look at these Fords. And it was and then it turned out it was $20 an adult. So that was $40. I told my Ashley, I said, man, I ain't paying $40 to go walk around looking at no damn Ford truck.
Yeah.
So we went shopping. I should have went to the darn Grand National and saved some money. But yeah, I ain't paying that to go watch a Ford truck. That ain't happening.
Yeah, then you go shopping and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Wrong decision.
I pulled like red, and that afternoon, I sat up on the balcony right there on the strip in Pigeon Forge and drank cold beer and just watch all them Fords ride by and spin tires. And there's some pretty ones now.
There you go.
Some good. And then I heard something come. I told Ash, I said, that ain't no Ford. I listened, look, no damn 2-wheel drive square body, baby. Chopping coming down through there.
So you said, man, that something sounds good.
Yeah, something sounds a little different. Sounds like some power.
Mm-hmm.
JB's in the house. The big Ford man there. So you chopped that Ford? How many Fords did you outrun this weekend, Owen?
I don't know if he raced Fords.
Was any Fords in that class?
There was. Let me think. I know there was at least one Ford.
Is that the medium Earl? That's one of the Earls that got a race in that thing, don't he?
Yeah. Addison was driving one of the Earls, the full size Earl. That would be medium Earl. No, big Earl.
Big Earl. He's been there.
Let me think. Riggs, Trista, me, Addison, Chuck. Yeah, I bet there was only one Ford in small tire.
He's been doing pretty good.
Yeah,
them Fords. So he got them running too, man. JB got them things on point, baby. I've been looking for them, but they always don't ever want to race.
Dang.
I'll tell you now, the new Ranger, the Black Ranger, I guess I think they call it medium Earl. Yeah. His first pass was something to watch.
He'll drive the shit out of it too now.
He was running that first pass.
32 or something, wasn't it? It was fast.
Yeah, old Dave would drive the shit out of it.
If he wouldn't have had problems on that second pass, I'd have put money on him. He was coming.
Yeah. Kyle Rowland said he loved the song with the video, Rhett.
Hold on.
Rhett can pick up some songs now. He didn't tear up so that.
Yeah, what happened? It kept trying to pass itself. The OG.
Whose truck was that?
Oh, Kyle.
That's that horsepower, man. That rear end trying to pass the front.
Mm-hmm.
Was Kyle driving or was Tyler driving?
I think Kyle was.
I want to say Kyle was driving.
Tyler drove the wheels off of his truck.
I saw that. He made some hell of a passes.
He made 2, right? But they didn't get a time for the first one.
Yeah.
He skipped the second pit. I think he was having problems, so instead of going through the second pit, he turned back down the flat track where we started from.
Oh, okay.
And
that's right.
His second pass, I thought he was going to send it.
Yep. Yeah.
That second pass, he lined up with it. I said, oh, he's already mad now that the first pass didn't go his way. He's about to send it. And he put the front tires in the pit and climbed the wall and went back to the flat track. I was like, oh, I wanted to see it.
Oh, he'll drive the shit out of them, Bo.
Oh, he don't care. He is a driver no matter what you put him in. He's one of my favorites to watch, no doubt.
Yeah, I don't want him driving nothing of mine. No offense.
No, I don't know if anything I got would hold up to him.
Ain't no joke. Kyle said he got a broke frame rail.
Oh no.
That's another good looking truck too to be in the mud hole. He tore it up.
Hey, you got to put them in. That's like when they told us that A class wasn't going in the mud. I was standing there. I was like, I raised my hand. Was like, I'm gonna switch classes. May or may not be a mistake. Twitty started laughing at me, and I was like, I mean, what do you do? You got to try to go in the mud.
I was really hoping they were going to let us go through both pits, but it worked
Hey,
out in the end.
tire trucks are badder than people think.
Oh yeah.
Our class is bad, dude. If you can win the 35 class, you got a bad machine for sure.
Oh yeah. Yep. And that's any of them these days. Even if it ain't series truck, half the other ones are just fast, man. Them Earls and Owen and you got all them other fellas. I mean, it's 35 tire trucks is killers.
Any truck on 35s is a contender. When it shows up the track, that's a bad mamma jamma.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
JB said 289 V8 in medium Earl. Rick George says, are we running flat track for unlimited at Palmetto? We're gonna try, I reckon. Soon. Yeah. Safety. Got y'all boys. Y'all show up, we'll run it.
Cut tire guys were not supposed to run in the mud at all. And congratulations to the Georges. They went and kicked MRA butt last week.
I mean, now them some rides, Bo. Them boys is
Rick won and Justin, I believe.
That thing, that Justin, that damn rail is fast, ain't it, Bo?
Dude.
Hey.
That Saturday night special is something else, and that's the slow one, they say.
I was talking to Mr. That's like we went to the white. That's slow one. He said he come to Cobb talking about I bought my slow truck. I bought my slow truck. We was talking to him. We was talking suspension, and he was talking about I'm trying to get my front tire to stay on the ground. He said, no, man, you keep them about 8 inches off the ground, all the way out the other end of the track. That's what you need to do. Shit, I wish I could pick them up 8 inches and throw them out the other end of the track.
Yeah.
But they got some
a little bit more out of the small block, huh?
Yeah, turn it real good. Old ball peens in here hanging out. He ought to be wrenching that thing. He's got a belt to get back, don't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Jimmy Royal's got all the belts.
he's got to get that thing back in the mud hole too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be interesting. And see, I know that next points race it'd be in the mud at Palmetto. Owen will be there, so that'll be a wrench store in there. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
And Chuck and all them other boys. So hey.
And I'm sure them Earls will be there. That Black Ranger ain't scared to run a straight.
That's gonna be
in some of these faster trucks. That's the thing about Big Dave. He'll run anything too.
Yep.
I really respect that. Them guys that'll run everywhere and play with everybody. Because sometimes if you feel like you're at a disadvantage playing somebody else's game, but I mean you got to play it all to have fun.
It's all fun, man.
Trucks that can. I understand those cut tire trucks are too fast for our nonsense. Right, BT? But
for our bank accounts.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Well, hey, Owen, I got a question for you. Everybody's got like a nemesis or somebody is their goal to outrun when they go. A truck, a person, driver. You happen to have one, man? You got somebody that you feel like you outrun? You did something that day?
And I knew y'all were going to ask this question, and I thought about it. There ain't really nobody I go to outrun because, I mean, as long as I've been doing it, and y'all can agree with this, there's nobody I haven't outrun, and there's nobody who hasn't outrun me at some point in time.
That's right.
I mean, there used to be people that win every race, and I'd go to, and man, I want to beat him one day. I want to beat him one day, and there's times where I beat them, they beat me. In the end, it all adds up. I mean, as long as I can go make 2 passes, that's a win in my book. Put it back on the trailer.
There you go. Yeah. I agree. I figured you were going to say Blaine or something. That's what I was shooting for.
No, believe it or not, me and Riggs have been kind of teaming up here lately. We've been planning on winning first and second, and we did it at their track and back at this past weekend, and it's come out. Me and him both, we don't care who wins first, who wins second, but we're trying to put first and second on the place.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's a good deal. Rig's a hard one to keep up with and outrun, especially when you put a turn in it.
Yeah, especially on
he's definitely a top contender.
When it's like a dirt track, what I'll call it, kind of like, because it was kind of, a lot of that track was dirt track. Dirt track racing, Riggs and some of them dudes turn it on, you know.
Oh yeah, they'll drive them, bro.
If there was a turn anywhere in the mathematical equation, Riggs is there, and he's gonna run it.
Yep. That's
one of the
that's good.
This weekend. I don't know if for y'all, but William Edmond in the green Ford. Did you see his first pass, Owen?
Yeah.
His first pass was ridiculous. I didn't get a video of it. The second pass is where I'm sitting there laughing because it blew up. But the first pass, dude, he gave it hell. That's something that I would really like to see, like a tough truck class, or what do they call it? Arena trucks, where it's a stock engine, and they allow them to do a little bit of upgrades to the suspension. Man, that would be hilarious. One at a time, high speed, hit them jumps in the middle or something.
I think he told me he paid like $200 or $300 for that truck and pulled it out the woods, crunk it up and run it. See, we ought to get us like a beater car class. You can't spend $500 on the truck.
Yes, but race it like on a
race truck,
like a tough truck.
I agree.
That'd be a fun little class, man.
I mean, going around there in a circle, kind of running each other's kind of cool or whatever, but they don't get to. I want to see him turn it up like he was. I believe that green truck would outrun all them dang beater cars.
Oh yeah, man! A $500 beater truck challenge. That's a pretty good deal.
Yep.
I might be able to find one of them.
4-wheel drive, you know, goes fast in the dirt.
It's kind of going back in full circle from when I can first remember going to races with Dad. Back then, I mean, if you had a mini truck, it had to have a 4-cylinder in it. You had a S10, had to have what come in it. I mean, that's like I'm saying. The first race I can ever remember going to and riding with Dad, we got protested because we had a V6 and a Toyota. Yep. I mean, that's how it was back then. It's good that the roads are opened up, but at some point we kind of got to go back to how it was, you know, in order to get new people in for it.
Yeah, that'd be a good little something to look into, man. Class.
Yeah, just get some good, just beat the crap out of them, and you know, because that is so fun to watch.
It is,
especially if you get
those fellas do not care.
And with a class like that, there's a little bit of racing and skill involved because you allow a little bit of stuff with suspension, you know, not just to be a piece of junk, but you could.
Yeah.
They do a little bit of stuff to upgrade them, put you some ranchos or something on it, some big old rubber bump stops, some stuff.
Yeah, we get some sponsors and throw some money for that thing, man. You probably have a pretty good little race doing that, man, because anybody can get in it too. Just go to the junkyard and buy you a $500 truck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that might be something to look into.
As soon as they make that first pass, it's an addiction. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh yeah, man. Once you get hooked, man, you hook. I'm telling you, it's
that's like now. I'm scheduling everything around races because I don't want to miss a race.
Yeah, man told me he was going drag racing, Rhett.
Who?
I still might be.
Still man, how about the truck? You racing? Oh, we can fix us a race car. We ain't mud racing.
Yeah.
Hey, if you remember, that's what we were doing when the first time you come over here after you bought that truck. We were taking the engine out of that yellow truck to go drag racing.
Yeah.
And then you told us we're building a track 5 minutes from here. Daddy said there ain't no mud runs around here anymore. Well, we're built one right down the road.
If you think the drama and all that's bad in mud racing,
I like to talk too much for that drag racing. David Hewitt says he's got a nice car. David says he's got a nice Mustang for sale. Speaking of sales, if anybody knows of a mud truck for sale, I know somebody's looking for one, wanting to buy one. So if anybody knows one,
good mud
comment. Building the mud trucks up, man. So it'd be good. I've seen some pretty good ones on sale. I had a good Chevrolet on there, a square body, one like $8,500. Y'all see that? The one with the big block in it, like gray.
Yep.
Yeah. Tried to get hold to the man, won't message us back. So,
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's the thing about Marketplace, man. I done messaged so many people within the last week looking to buy stuff. Never get a message back.
Yeah, I gotta go buy a weed eater. I looked on Marketplace. I think I'm gonna go to Lowe's.
Hey, the best thing to do with stuff like that is buy the cheapest one you can.
I'm gonna buy
Buy the
that liquid
cheapest
weed eater.
one you can. Come next year, if it don't run, buy a new one.
That's most time they don't freaking run.
No, they never run.
No, they last a year, and that's about it, man.
With that being said, we bought a $99 at Walmart, thinking next year it's not going to run. We'll buy a new one. It's still running.
Oh yeah,
That's like them real cheap push lawnmowers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never die.
Yeah, they make everything to die nowadays. You can go back and buy more. You can't just fix them, man.
Mm-hmm.
So when's your next race out gonna be? You think it'll be Twitties? You said.
I'm really wanting to go to Tweeties. We've been racing for this long. I only got one trophy from there, and I know how hard it is to get a trophy. I feel like if I can go to Tweeties and keep with a third place, I done won for what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you can get something.
Yeah.
I got plenty of them. I ain't got no first place ones. I got plenty of second and third. I ain't never got a first.
Which me and Chandler were talking Saturday after a race when he was loading up Michael Jackson's truck after he hit the wall, and glad to hear it's just I think Chandler told me it was a sprained wrist after he hit the wall, so he ought to be okay. But Chandler was telling me between him and Honey Bun, they got 18 trophies from Twitties, and they have no first places.
Yeah, it's hard to get a first place there, man.
So that tells you right there how hard it is. And I mean, it's Chandler. Chandler's a top contender no matter what he's driving.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Red's probably got a couple of them.
I probably got 6 or 8 first, at least. Twitties.
I got a bunch of brakes. I always break something over. I got bad mojo over there.
You remember the glass ones they used to have?
Yeah, I got a couple. I think I might have a first place one of them.
A couple glass first.
I ain't got none of the big ones, man. That's like I said, that's a place. You win one of them, you got something. Especially first place. Rhett's the legend. He's got 6 or 8 of them, racing against 3 trucks probably. But hey.
Yeah, that's in 2 different trucks.
It'd be nice to go back to straight line over there. I'd love to do that.
Nah.
Dig out some mud holes and let them dig.
Either that or we gotta get these mud in these horseshoes, because man.
Yeah, we'll get some mud. Twitty's watching. Tell him, Red. He just commented on you laughing about the sunglasses. Tell him to dig us a ball hole on them turns.
Twitty's like, you leave you going in that hole. I was like, I don't know. Good try.
I like the good mud hole, man.
Me too.
Twitty says he ain't even got a first from over there.
I thought he won one time. Huh. I thought he had one first. I thought it was a real big deal he won.
Well, if the man that owns the track don't have a first, I don't feel bad now.
Yeah, me neither. I agree. I agree. We get Twitty on here. That'd be a good one for his race that week.
How about his pass out there at Orangeburg? I'm telling y'all, that truck, Liver Killer, when he gets some room to play, that's a bad machine.
Fast. Oh yeah, he's gonna put on a show no matter where he goes.
I would
honestly the whole track.
Like to see Liver Killer in a pit like that and see just a straight line pass, what he can run versus some of these other guys, because that thing was strolling.
It'll run now. They got a lot of power on that thing.
Yeah, he left on the flat track and probably carried the front tires half, 3/4 of the track.
Yep. When we were there doing
through the first pit and stood it up again.
What, 2 years ago, the triple threat race, BT, he walked the whole flat track. Probably 250 feet wheeling is probably the longest one I've ever seen him do.
Wheeling it. Yeah, that's a legend in his own right there, buddy.
We were sitting there in the pits. 2 of my buddies that don't come to many of the mud bogs were sitting there, and Twitty rolls around kind of up behind everybody when they were staging. He's pulling up there, and they know they've seen him running all, and they're like, God, that thing is awesome. And my buddy Jack's like, dude, that thing, he could just crush all the other trucks and go out there and make a pass. I'm like, yeah, he could. He could just
drive over them.
You know, like a monster truck. And these are other mud trucks.
I know where. Hey, they got a good. Speaking of that too, some of my kinfolks got a good tractor tire truck for sale. You remember Mike? What the hell was Mike's last name? Redden had the big F-250. I think it's yellow and purple. It said the weather's.
Yeah.
They got that for sale. If anybody's interested, they'll probably cut you a deal on it. So
Big
I thought
monster.
about going. Yeah, I thought about going to get it, bring it down to the mud hole just for the fun of it, but I couldn't trail it. I ain't got shit to pull that, so I have to drive it.
They got a custom to haul that truck, didn't they?
Yeah, they got a custom trailer and all, man. It's ready to go. If anybody's looking, you can probably get it at a steal. Because his wife, well, ex-wife, is wanting to. It's got to go. So
got to go.
I thought about making an offer, but they might laugh at me if I make an offer for them.
I think you might own it.
But that's the deal.
Just come get it.
Yeah, you never know how he wants to get rid of it.
Yeah.
The next series race is the 28th of June at Palmetto, buddy. Got to make it the mud hole, Hammer. Ball peen, so better seal them things up like Reds.
Shoot, don't seal it up like me. I sealed it up too much.
It couldn't get nothing in or out, could it?
They were laughing at me at the track. I said, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm changing plugs. I don't like the way it sounds. And it wasn't the plugs.
Wasn't getting no air. Couldn't breathe, huh?
Can't breathe.
I thought y'all had that thing running in the cab. You didn't run it in the cab?
I did, but the man says that the air cleaner, it can't breathe through that air cleaner in that box. I got to put outerwears in there. This demands too much.
Yeah, all that freaking 1,000 horsepower. Got to have them horses got to breathe, baby.
Yeah, y'all.
Thought about doing horses like Kit Scott. Everybody's saying to do a Pro Charger hat, but they're telling me too that won't work either because it needs a big area to suck down from. Like, I don't know. It needs a box is what they're saying for that big carburetor work.
Oof.
But
I feel
the same air system I had, that ran the heck out the other motor, no problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the exact same stuff. Put it on there and it's like, I don't like it. Like, okay.
Gotta get there. It won't run if it ain't breathe, that's for sure. It won't run.
Makes the air bleed, I guess. Puts it under a vacuum, is what they're saying.
You get over them 4-digit horsepower, you gotta do that, I assume.
Shoot. I heard only them Fords can get there.
I ain't nowhere near it. So
we're solid 3 digits, I'll tell you that. Ain't no 4 digits. I've only heard one person claim they got a small block with over 1,000.
You got to be doing something.
Got to be a lot more cubic inches than I can offer.
Yeah, ain't no shit. 1650 CFM, gotta breathe. Twitty said he runs a Pro Charger hat. He know he making the horsepower. So you know that thing's breathing.
Yeah, if that's a 5-inch hat, Twitty.
He's probably making the 1650 CFM in HP. He was talking about.
That's right. He's definitely making more horsepower than that small block.
I need to borrow Twitty's motor and put in that ape. It'd probably tear it in half. You reckon?
Probably. I don't know if it'd fit.
Make it fit. What's that, about 700 inches? You think Tweety got that to 700-800 inches, maybe?
I guess I want to say a 706. It might be bigger than that now.
Jeez, Manelli. That's like he said yes, sir. So I guess he means yes on the hat you was asking about.
Maybe I will try that. That's what I was telling Kit. I'm gonna get Kit's got one. Put it on there, and I'd like to spin it around and stick it through the windshield.
I like I like them George brothers. They got all 900 cubic inch motors, Bo. How you gonna outrun that?
How do you? All right, I guess that's sleeves. I guess they're aluminum, so I guess they got sleeves. So because it seems to me like you're bored to the max. You have like one little problem. What do you do next? All right, but I guess they've got sleeves.
I guess all aluminum sleeves, but 960 something cubic inch. I think he said that's in the Smoking Gun or Saturday Night, whichever the burgundy one is, with 6 stages on it.
That's something serious. And see, some of these fellas that I don't know, I'm not gonna say they're scared, but say they don't want to race the Georges because they feel they're fast or whatever. I can't run against that. Well, hell, nobody else can run against that either, right, BT?
Yeah,
If
you
they're
just go
winning,
run against everybody else.
so
Yeah,
don't run them. Don't feel bad. What's your problem,
Yeah.
right?
ain't nobody else outrunning them.
Yeah,
If
take
you
your
go
lump.
second to them, you won.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
that's what it's all about, man.
Bump your chest and go on to the next one because I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Lined up with the fastest dude in the country, and yeah, I got smoked, but look how close I was. You can tell your buddies at work, man, I almost had him, right?
I'll race him. I told him I'll race you in the damn purple truck. I ain't
Jimmy
gonna
didn't
outrun you, but I need half the track in the hit, but we'll run it.
half the track. BT,
2.5.
when you hear it shift, take off.
Yeah, that's right.
BT hit second.
I want to drive. I want to pilot one of them things one time. Because he was telling me, they come to Cobbtown in September, I think, for that Texas mud drags. And he was telling me, he said, man, I don't know if we can get them things stopped before we get them trees down there.
Woo!
He said it's pretty. He said it's closer than Branch was what he said. He said it's pretty close. That thing comes up quick when you're running that fast.
Yeah, especially cars that go low twos.
Yeah, he said he got chutes and all. He'll use them chutes, but on a mud truck. That's badass.
Yeah. That chute too, they say straightens them back out, right? Just like the drag racing. Because some of them guys are on them paddle tires. They say that those things get real wiggly when you let off, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still looking for some 35 cuts, Rick. We need
to get some.
I might run in that class if I had me some cuts.
Curtis has been trying to sell us a set hard. Come on, y'all need some cuts. Come on. I said, we got to do better at some races before we get some cuts.
Them's probably 38s. He ain't got no 35s, does he?
No. But he knows a guy. You know how that is.
Yeah, I got a buddy.
This is what we get him out the door. I said, then we need
Brand new.
Yeah.
Then you're $4,000 deep in 2 tires.
Yeah. $4,000 we can get cuts.
I ain't about that. Ain't about that.
I'd like to have some cuts and run them in the mud is what I'd like to do.
Look, full body cut tire class.
Yeah, like Palmetto. I wouldn't be interested in jumping on the flat track and running cuts. I'd like to run them in the mud.
We can find some. I had an old set I let somebody use. They was gonna put on a truck, but they went a different way. I might see if I can get them back next time they come down from North Cackalack. But yeah, I was talking to Michael Jackson, one of his crew member, Herlong David, works at the plant up there. He said the damn tire blowed out.
Yeah,
caused him to tear up what he tore up. He said the damn tires had I guess they were so dry rotted. They had tubes in the damn things.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He said, you ain't supposed to put tubes in them, do you? I said, hell no, you put no tubes in it. You got bead locks. What the hell you need a tube for? But
old.
That's pretty bad. The tire blowed out. That's bad luck.
Yep.
I've heard that in mud racing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because normally, I mean, I've seen some pretty rough tires running in mud racing. I don't know about you. I hadn't seen them pop.
Especially them cuts. Some of them cuts, you can see the air in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Them ones I had, I got set at the house, you can see the air in. You can see the air right in them suckers. I'd be scared to run them. Yep.
They were loading Chandler and all them fellas was over there loading the truck up. And I went over there. I thought the whole rim come off, but they knocked the tire so far off the rim, it was just riding on the rim.
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, that's when they told me that they took it to the hospital for his wrist.
Yeah.
Really?
Said he fractured a bone in his hand or something. Something like that. And I think they must have bent the rim or cracked the rim while we losing in there. They must have bent or cracked the rim or something. I don't know, because they're looking for somebody to to fix the rim or buy a new one. So I guess we lost Owen. He must have conked out on us there, Ed.
Yep, maybe he'll jump back on. But yeah, sometimes you clip a wall and get the tire, or I'm not sure really what happened. Usually that's what happens.
Yeah, he clipped the wall or something, got on there.
But he could have
He
burst
might.
flying through the air, because I'm telling you, the trucks that had some speed to them were flying through the air, like Mike Wallace. That's what happened to him.
He tear up something too, or he just didn't?
He tore up the front end. There's like a hump when you go in that pit, probably like, what, 30 feet in or something, Owen, by the grandstands. Some of them trucks hit that and fly.
I think what got him is that hole at the end. Because I mean, he was rolling. I was standing at the end of the first mud pit. He was rolling really good, and when he come out the end of that first pit, the truck come back down. You could watch the front end just. I said, "Yeah, that's probably the end." Then the passenger side front tire locked up into turn. I was like, I hope he don't hit the wall in that dirty truck.
Yeah, that's another pretty one too.
Yeah. He got real close. Managed to keep it off the guardrail.
I see. What's my buddy's name? And the Takes Two truck finally got him some winnings. Got on the podium, didn't he? Oh, yeah. Williams.
Yeah, Randy. Yeah.
Randy. Was he driving or his wife driving when they won the money?
I think maybe
he was driving. I think he won he placed in the 44 class, right?
Yeah, one of them.
He was driving.
That's good to see him win, because he's been catching hell with that thing, Mo.
Oh man, he's usually reaping.
Okay. He build a motor and tear it up. Build another motor, tear it up. That's good. I'm glad to see he's on the plus side of things for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Taking that with us.
He put his wife in it for the B class.
She drive the shit out of it too. I saw that video.
Yeah, she was driving.
Man, that's what you got to do, man. Let them dig, brother. Let them dig.
That's right.
So I guess next race will be Twitty's for everybody. That's the next one in line. I think the truck's going wild. Didn't they cancel that one at
Fast Tracks?
Fast Track. Yeah.
I believe so. They were supposed to have a few races that have kind of,
petered out.
I don't know what's happening with
them. I was excited to run it.
Yeah, I thought this would have trucks going wild. Hell, this weekend or next weekend or something. I think I saw. But I guess they petered out. So I think Twitty's will be the next one, the 14th. Twitty City season opener. If anybody wants to go, is going out to the race. Straight line horseshoe.
Oh, it's gonna be good time.
I feel sure that'll be a packed house. That's a one-night race, I assume. It ain't a two-night race, it's a one-day race.
Yeah, Fast Track's was supposed to be the 29th or the 31st for Truck and Wild.
Okay, yeah.
And Kings of Blood.
Yeah, I think that fell through, I believe. I ain't 100%, but I think it fell through. But that was a good deal. Hey, glad you had a good weekend. My man Owen got some winning. He's on his winning streak. Couple first here, there, everywhere he goes. So
that's right. But putting a hurting on everybody. I like it. It's good to see some different fellas go on streaks. I like that.
My most of my streaks ain't good. I don't ever have a good streak.
We've been on losing streak.
Yeah, ain't no joke. But we'll straighten it up, get the kinks worked out and all, and we'll be on it again.
That's right.
I don't know when the next time. My next race might be Palmetto. I don't know, because I believe I'm going out of town for Twitties. I think I'll be in vacation mode.
Man, you got to reschedule the vacation. You can't miss Twitties.
Man, that's every year. That around Father's Day weekend every year, and it gets me.
You don't have to start rescheduling.
I gotta give some, man. The boss lets me go turkey hunting. You see, I get to travel the country turkey hunting, and she lets me race a little bit. So I kind of got to give a little. So
yeah,
got to give.
You'll figure it out one day, Grasshopper.
Might be why I'm still saying.
It might be. It might be. It ain't a bad deal.
Nope.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess you can say. But I think I'm going to Destin, Florida. So hey, it'll be a good time, good trip. Have a good time down there.
Oh yeah, down at the beach. Yeah, good time. Take your fishing rod, surf fishing.
Yep. I tried to get the Planet while they was having that MRA race right there in Panama Beach, because it's right there by it. It ain't far.
Mm-hmm.
So we can make a racing trip. That didn't go over too good.
We ain't going to while we're on vacation. Like, it'd be perfect, honey.
Yeah. We can race first weekend, beach time all the rest of the week.
Yep.
It'd be nice. I told her we need to talk to somebody in Pigeon Forward and let them have like a mud truck nationals, so we can all bring the trucks up there and cut down through the strip or something, you know?
There you go. That'd be a good time. I know the was it the end of August or something? They're having a big thing up there with 4-wheel drives and stuff.
Yeah, I think they got some kind of, I didn't see that, square body race days or some shit, mud truck days. That might be a good trip to go down there and just cruise around in it.
Yeah,
park at the parking lot.
Go look around, drool over some trucks.
Yep. That's always a good time out there. Well, I'm gonna hit these sponsors up right here while we got a minute before we get up off here. Johnny Martin Jr. Weldon is our main sponsor. The main man, I think he's sponsoring a little race at Palmetto too, I believe.
I think there's a $5,000 rate a bet going on, right?
Yes. A mud race, $5,000 locked in, on time mud race, I believe. I'm not 100%, but I'm 99% sure it's a $5,000 race.
Johnny versus Gavin.
Johnny versus Gavin. I tried to get in on that, but they wouldn't let us.
They won't let anybody else in?
Won't let them in.
Come on, man. That's what Cassie's saying. We might want to get in there too. What if neither makes a pass?
That's what I was told. That's what I told Gavin. I was talking trash. I said, y'all can't make a pass. I'll get in on that.
A 4 could win this, right?
Yeah.
See, like we were just talking about people shying away from the Georges. BT's done behind over here wanting to bet $2,500 on some trucks that can put a second on them. I got a chance. You know,
you gotta make the trip, baby. You gotta make the trip.
Can't be scared.
I mean, I don't think that'd be a bad gamble here lately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got about a 50% chance of winning that one.
Yeah, ain't gonna be a bad race. We might be some more races locked in beside them. We'll see. We need to get something going on.
Maybe we can get Johnny on here before that and see what he has to think about that. Calling him out and saying we have a chance of getting him.
He probably wouldn't like that too good. It probably wouldn't go too great. He might. He's a good fan though. He'll be in there. All right. Then we got our small block class sponsor, Fan and ABC. Small tire class is Palmetto Mudway. Red Line Carts is your big tire sponsors. I got to put them classes out there too. George Farms, your outlaw class sponsor. We don't have an open tire sponsor, so anybody wants to sponsor us, we still got one sponsorship open. Help us out. And we got all our belt sponsors: Auto Fire Systems of Augusta, Industrial Rubber and Supply of Augusta, Tool Brothers Incorporated, Shaky Jordan Motorsports, Southern Thunder Mudway, Palmetto Mudway, Branchville Mudball, 3Gen Solutions, Muddy Addiction, all about mud. I think I got them all, Rhett. I miss anything?
I think you got it.
And Grape 8 Mud Racing.
JJ of the Mud. Good job.
And then we get Owen and them to come on in and race with us. We'll have something. We need all them super trucks get in there.
Bring that thing on. Come on, you've been putting the boots to us lately.
Can't do it.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You can do it. But hey, man, glad to have you on here and chat with you. We good. We get your pops on here one day for like old timers day. We were talking the past and all that. And get him in here. He probably got some pretty good stories.
I'm sure he does. Probably some I've never heard.
We'd like to get him on. He's been around a long time in the mud racing. So
get on this retirement home race we were talking about too. See if we can put something together.
Yeah, go hit him up with that and see what he thinks about that. The retirement home. That's a good one. That's catchy right there, Ed.
I didn't let y'all talk to him about that one.
The retirement home race. That's pretty catchy. But hey, man, we glad to have you on here. Come and chat. We'll do it again. Get you lined up.
Appreciate
Hope
it.
you. Congratulations on staying on that winning streak, man. I wish you well. Keep winning. Keep chopping them heads. As long as you're out running forwards, we looking good.
That's right. Keep moving forward.
And we'll be out. I guess we'll see y'all next Wednesday. We ain't got no racing this weekend. So if you need some testing or something, hit me up. I'll help you out. Rick, I'll do some testing. I'll put some times on for you.
Yeah.
We can do a little secret grudge racing. I need some races under my belt anyway.
Hopefully, maybe I'll go in the boat and get the old lady off my back.
It's a pretty good deal too.
Weekend. Right?
Catch some fish, ain't it? I know how it is. I know where to be.
Probably too hot for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. I got asked to go to Tennessee turkey hunting this weekend, but I told him no. I didn't even mention that to my wife. I said nope, ain't saying it. I know that ain't gonna go over well, so I gotta clean out some fire beds and
we got an
outage
at the plant or something, right? You can make up an excuse.
Yeah, I'll be gone all weekend. Yeah. All right, fellas. We'll see y'all later and see everybody next time, next Wednesday. Y'all tune in next Wednesday. Y'all have a good one. All right, Owen. Have a good one, Bo.
All right. Appreciate it.